What's up, world? What's up, world? Purple Heart Boxing TV with Coach Bundy. About to hit you with another shot. Yeah, man. What's going down? Man, my apologies to my little flock of listeners and watchers. A few days late, but we still gonna go and recap over this weekend's fights and a little bit of what's going on in the boxing world. Let's get into it. Yeah, don't forget to subscribe if you ain't subscribed. Like, subscribe, you feel me? Press that button so you get the notifications. Because we about to drop content back to back to back. Well, we're gonna start with Jerron Boots Ennis. Victorious. Well, I wouldn't say a 5th round stoppage, but he made David Avanesian retire after the 5th round bell. He never came out for the 6th round. The reports that that his jaw was broken, his rib was broke, is false. He got a beating put on him, but his jaw ain't get broke, and his ribs ain't get broke. So we're gonna quit the cap. Overall, though, Boots had a pretty stellar performance. He looked pretty decent. He said in an interview post-fight, his timing was a little off. He was a little rusty, and that's understandable because he ain't been in the ring in a little over a year. So yeah, he was a little less sharper than his usual self. Now, Boots come out first round, trying to work behind the jab, establish the jab, let David know that he's done to dictate. David Avanesian came with the David Avanesian pressure, in close, switching in close. David don't really have a jab though, so he pretty much kind of walks into shots. That's how Bud Crawford put him to sleep. But I seen a lot of stuff I did like though. Boots come out, he's his normal flashy self, working behind the jab, boom, trying to land the right hand. He switched, if I'm mistaken, he switched 2nd round. He started switch hitting, jumped into the southpaw stance, which I like him better out of his southpaw stance personally. His defense is a little more sharp when he's in the southpaw stance. 2nd round, 3rd round, Boots started touching him up, digging down to the body. He was invested in the body early. It was beautiful body work. David pretty much gave us what David gives us, what we've seen of David. The walk forward, trying to roll and catch off shots and counter and punch in between his opponent's shots. Boots got hit fairly more than we usually seen him get hit. One other thing about Boots getting hit, I don't like how his neck pops up. Like, his neck pops up damn near every time he gets hit. David Avanesian ain't really known as a knockout puncher. He's a workhorse with a lot of value. So there was gonna be a lot of opportunities for Boots to put him up and get him out of there early. You can see though where Boots is not really getting the competitive sparring. You can see where Boots is going in there sparring and really just being dominant. Like, it's a few things he needs to work on as far as his defense, and if he wants to stand in front of a guy and pick his shots and counter off the slips, yeah, it's a few things he need to work on. That's with everybody though, but it was a stellar victory. You want to compare it to Terrence Bud Crawford's victory, and it really wasn't even close. You can see the experience difference when you look at it like that. Bud, it's boxing, so Bud got hit, but Bud is really catching shots, like not rolling off of them where they still hitting but not flush. Bud's catching shots and countering, and he set it up for the first 5 rounds until he got him out of there in the 6th. Bud's technique is what allowed him to put David Avanesian to bed. You know what I'm saying? He's standing right in front of him. He's getting the pop of torque on his hips and turn on his shoulders, and he's turning them shots off. He does that better than Boots. What do I think about a Boots Bud Crawford fight? Personally, I don't think Boots is ready for Bud. I don't think he'll ever be ready for Bud. By the time he's ready, I believe Bud will be out the door. See, what we got right here, ladies and gentlemen, is like, I know everybody want to see Boots versus Bud, but it's really two different generations. You know what I'm saying? Bud is looking for a Canelo fight. Undisputed fight at 154, trying to unify until he gets undisputed. If he's victorious, August the 8th. But yeah, the experience level shows. If I had to make a prediction, Bud will stop Boots late, probably around 9, 10. He's much stronger than Boots. He's not faster. Boots is faster. Bud is stronger. Very obvious. There's no welterweight in the world that went 12 with Bud. Bud's knocked out every welterweight since he made the move up to the division. The experience key plays a major factor in that particular matchup. Bud knows how to download the data without getting too far behind. And one thing you know, if Bud downloads that data, it takes a minute to break his guy apart, like, it's gonna be for something. It's not gonna be no late, rushing the knockout late. Once 5, 6 come, he's gonna pick it up to where, man, he's gonna have all your stuff figured out. He's proven it. Dismantled Earl Spence. Worse than what the whole world thought. Some people thought Earl would win. Me, I was somebody who picked Bud to win, but I didn't see it being that easy. Now, another thing, Boots has got to learn how to work off the jab the whole fight. He'll get relaxed and start to trend to walk you down without a jab behind it. On the E left, without a jab in front of it. The top level, it's not gonna work. It's gonna get you exposed. But, and all in all, I'd rather see Earl Spence versus a Boots. Most definitely be more of a competitive fight. Yeah, and that's about pretty much it. Boots, bad motherfucker, but he got some stuff to work on, as expected though. You know what I'm saying? He hasn't fought 5 top 10 guys. You know what I'm saying? And you can see it. The more he fights, the better he's getting, the better he will be. So, shout out to Boots, shout out to Bud, but right now I just see Bud Crawford still being the king of the whole boxing world. No one can beat him, especially within weight. All right, we're gonna skip and get on to Shakur Stevenson. Shakur's answering to everybody in the comment section, on social media, on Twitter, known as X. It's like the boy can't take any form of criticism without feeling offended, which, you know, it comes with being young. A lot of young guys can't take criticism. They think you're dissing them, disrespecting them, but actually, if you hearing all these same, you know, pieces of advice from legends, because we heard Andre Ward and Bud Crawford post-fight in the dressing room telling Shakur what he did wrong, what he should have done, what he could do to sharpen up on some of these issues in his style of fighting. Shakur wouldn't really accept it and take it all in. He has a response for everything. Bud's like, I was trying to get you to cut the ring off. He's like, Shakur's like, when I went left, he'll go right. When I go right, he'll go left. Of course he is. He's trying to evade and not the same thing you do when you're in there with somebody's power that you respect. Autumn, it wasn't your power that he was respecting, it was your distance management and your ability to be able to counter, your ability to be able to do this and that. He was respecting that, but it just never happened. But this ain't no diss to the kid, or, no bad dough I'm putting on his name or none of that. It's just certain stuff that you gotta sharpen up on in the gym in order to be that big star that you wanna be. If you ain't really tripping on being the big star and having the same recognition as a Tank Davis, then just be the sounding assassin, kid. Just cook your man, do what you do, keep winning, and you'll meet these guys that you want at the top. It's inevitable. It's boxing. Especially if these fighters in your division is trying to unify and undispute. But yeah, that's my take on the Shakur thing. Other than that, pretty good, decent weekend of boxing. I loved it. We all getting ready for this August the 8th card, Rider season, Turkey Island Sheep. We got Bud Crawford against Matrimony. We got Rayo versus Pitbull for the belt, for 140-pound WBA belt. Rayo, is moving up. He comes from 135. Who else? We got Andy Ruiz versus Jarrell Big Baby Miller. Can't wait to see that. I'm going to be doing breakdowns I'm going to do post-fight reactions. Get back on my horse, get this content out, man. And that's it for today. Coach Bundy, Purple Heart Boxing TV. We about to hit you with another shot. And I'm out.